We went on a jet ski tour, and I was in an accident. We had to get me to shore. I ended up having to drive back for 2 miles and wait for the ambulance.
Talk about a life-changing moment, from the best day of your life to your best friend in dire circumstances. I'd been singing my entire life. We'd become friends through other friends, and I remember her saying, "You need somebody to help you." It had gotten to the point where it was bigger than I could handle. And since then, we've become business partners and best friends, and we've seen the world together. We went to this 80s rock concert down in Key West. The first night was one of the best days of my life. We had so much fun and all of our friends there with us. But then everything changed on Saturday. By the time I got to the scene, she was leaning over a table, and I could see just when I came around the corner looking at her face, there's something wrong here. We got to this tiny little hospital in Key West. The surgeon came out and got me, and he's like, "We're gonna let you come in because she needs you." I'm like, "What's going on?" And he said, "She's got a broken back. We're gonna care flight her to Miami." We legitimately didn't know if you were gonna walk again. We didn't know where the bones went. You know, we did our best to comfort each other. As much as I hate to admit it, I needed it probably as much as she did. And then they let me walk her out to the helicopter and put her on that helicopter, and she flew away. That was a very hard thing.
There was just so much going on and so much unknown. They try to keep you comfortable, but internally you're scared to death.
I could only imagine the fear of, okay, I may never walk again. I have no idea what's gonna happen after the surgery. Oh, and I'm in here with people I've never met before in a city I've never been to. You know, just on the off chance that they might let me up, I wanted to be there. So I stood in the parking lot for 9 hours.
When that nurse said that he could come up, he was there. That to me was the moment when I knew I could do this.
A mutual friend had reached out. She had let me know what had happened. I would text every now and then just to see if she was doing all right.
I spent 17 days in the hospital, and I ended up getting the best of the best care, and I can walk. My fracture went out. If it had gone in, I would have been paralyzed.
The surgeon told us that most people would have passed out on the jet ski. She rode the jet ski back to shore, climbed up a ladder, walked across the dock, and leaned on a table, and then was helped down another ladder to get into the ambulance. I would have just given myself up to the sharks there in the middle of the water. There are sharks out there, I tried to tell you.
I know.
When everybody said, "How did you do that?" I have no idea. It just makes the effort of what I did do that much more important, because it could have been totally different.
The unknown, I think, was like, oh my gosh, need to step in and help. To be able to have others in the organization say, yes, I want to help too, is just amazing.
As soon as I was well and able, we set up lunch, and she pulls out this little bag, and I cried, and everybody thought something was wrong in the corner of the restaurant. But yeah, it filled my heart when a month earlier you felt like you were in your loneliest place. The amount of gratitude that I feel for how I am today and everything that Belle has done for me has been amazing.
Sarah's a caretaker. She's never going to ask for anything. But this wasn't something we even asked for. You know, it wasn't something that was expected, but it certainly was something that was needed. Thank you for helping somebody who has helped me so much. I don't even think it can be stated how much it means to know that the people can still find compassion, even for somebody they don't know at all. Thanks to everybody at Belle Bank. I mean, not just for this, but for everything you've done for us and for me and for the world. And just imagine what we'll do next.